Hey guys, what's up? It's Caitlin and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a full face of Flower Beauty Cosmetics. So just a little bit about Flower Beauty Cosmetics. It is sold at Walmart, Ulta, and flowerbeauty.com. I believe those are the only places you can get it. It is a company owned and ran by Drew Barrymore. Reading just a little bit on her website, it says that Drew Barrymore wanted a no-nonsense philosophy of empowerment. Her gift to everyone is Flower empowers women by developing products that help you look and feel great in your own skin, and to embrace your individual beauty with the support of inspired, luxurious products made with you in mind. Another thing I'd like to mention that I think is a very important feature of Flower Beauty is they are a cruelty-free company, which means they do not test on animals. So if you want to see a full face of Flower Beauty Cosmetics, make sure you stick around. Make sure you like and subscribe the video and hit that post notification bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. So if you want to see a full face of Flower Beauty Cosmetics, here we go. Okay, so we are just going to jump right into it because looking at this basket, we have a lot of products to go over, and I believe I have found one product of each step of my makeup routine to complete a full face of Flower Beauty makeup. I actually found these two sponges that I am going to be using today that are by Flower Beauty. One is the Ultimate 3-in-1 Blending Sponge, and one is the Precision Blending Sponge. As for brushes, there weren't really brushes that I was really into. I do use this Flower Beauty brush, usually for contouring. So that's a brush we're going to be using today. But other than that, the other brushes I just wasn't interested in. Nothing against them, they just didn't suit my needs. So I'm going to go get these wet for our face today and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have our sponges nice and wet, and they actually came up to a nice size. These actually are very soft. I really like how soft they are. And they were pretty soft before I got them wet too. They weren't dense at all. But these are very nice. So we are just going to set those to the side for now, and we are going to move on to our face. So when doing a full face, I like to start off with my eyeshadow first, and when I was looking at their eyeshadow products, this eyeshadow palette actually stood out to me. It is the Sun Blazing Flower Palette, and I just loved these colors. I love the warm tones that it came with. And what I like about this palette is they say it's a $6 bonus brush, which I may or may not keep. It is not that bad. It's nice. I'm going to set that to the side for now though. But I love all these colors that it came with. I do not know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm really loving like this gold color right here. Hold on, let's see. Ooh. Let's put it right here. Ooh. That's pretty. Okay. So looking at this palette, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but it looks very promising. I love all these colors that it comes with. And so we are going to get started with that. To prime my eyes, I'm going to be using the Flower Beauty In Your Prime Eye Primer. It says it's an ultimate eye primer, crease-free, lawn-wear invisible finish. And in the thing, you get 0.42 ounces. So I have that primer on the back of my hand, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some on my finger. We're just going to prime our eyes from eyelid to brow bone. Feeling this primer, it is very silicone-y, if that makes sense. It feels very much water-based. My fear with this is it's going to slide any kind of products that are put on top of it. So that's a little concerning. Alright, feeling my eyes, it does feel like it dried down a little bit, almost to a tacky finish. So I have some hope. I have some hope that it may work out. I'm going to go and take the Flower Beauty palette, and what I like to do is I like to set my eyelid primer. And the only color in here that I can see I may be able to do that with is this one. So we're going to go and take that on a big fluffy brush. We're just going to set our whole eye. So far just doing this, the product feels very nice. There's not a lot of fallout in the pan. I will show you though, like right there. There is some, but I don't really care about the fallout unless it's like a horrendous amount. The first color I think I'm going to take is going to be this nice matte yellow color, and I'm going to take that on a Morphe 573 brush. So I'm just going to dip into that. Okay, there was a lot of fallout. Look, there was a lot of fallout on that. So, and a lot came up on the brush. Ooh. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but there was a lot that just came off my brush. So we're going to throw this color right into the crease, and we're going to work from inner to outer. The color is actually really pretty. It's a nice soft yellow, nice pigment. at it, the pigment is very nice, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the other eye. And we're going to do the same thing. We're throwing that right into the crease, all the way from inner to outer corner. Now that we've thrown that yellow into the crease, now what I think I'm going to do is take this nice orange shade that's next to the metallic yellow, and I'm going to take that on a Morphe 518 brush, which is a little fluffier brush. I'm going to take that, and we're going to put that right underneath that yellow we just did. Once again, working from inner to outer corner. This color has nice pigment too. I like this. But we are just putting that right underneath. Alright, so that is the orange color. Looking at it, I will say that the orange is not as deep as it comes off in the pan, like when you're looking at it. But that is the orange, and it's looking very nice. I like that. So now what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go in actually with that same brush, the Morphe M518, and I am going to go in with this like coffee color right here, this one, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that solely on the outer edge to kind of deepen it up a little bit, and I'm just using small circular motions to get that in there. Just like that. This is a pretty color. Ooh, I like that color a lot. I decided to zoom you in a little bit more just so you can see the colors better on my eyes. But what I just did is I took the Morphe M573 brush and I went back in with that soft yellow shade we used in the beginning. And I'm just using this to kind of redefine that yellow shade we used in the beginning of the eyes. So I'm going to put this right above all the orange that we just did. And you're going very gently. Just like that. What I'm liking about these colors is I definitely see they are very blendable. So now that we brought that yellow back to life, I think I want some kind of pop at the front of my lid. And I think I'm going to do it with this really bright yellow shimmer color. It looks very promising. I really like it here. Let's just, ooh yeah, we're gonna do that. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that yellow shimmer color on a Morphe M167 brush, which is just a wide flat brush. And I'm gonna take it on that. And I'm gonna take the Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Long Last Setting Spray to wet my brush. This just helps the pigment stick better. So we're gonna do that. And I am gonna stamp it on the front of my lid. Yes. Alright. This color does have some fallout right there, which is kind of getting my nerves a little. But we're going to clean it up. It's going to be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and go off camera real quick and do the other eye. Alright, so that yellow pigment is on, and looking at it, it's pretty. It is not exactly what I had in mind. It's not. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same brush we applied it with, and I'm going to go in with this really light, almost champagne-y shimmer, and I'm going to take just the tiniest bit, and I want to see if this will maybe brighten it up. So let's just, this could either make it or break it, honestly. That didn't do nothing. Okay, alright, I'm gonna hurry and take some yellow and just go right back over what I just did. So looking at the shimmer, I am not that impressed with it. I really expected it to come off much more bold, especially swatching it like in the pan, but didn't turn out that way. So we're just gonna finish up the eye so we can move on. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M513, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in just with that orange shade we used for the second color in our crease. And I'm going to kind of blend this between that yellow and where the rest of the color meets. And we're just going to kind of stamp it. Eyes are done. I have zoomed you back out and we can continue. We are going to go move on, and that means priming our face. I found these two primers. This is the Flower Beauty In Your Prime Hydrating Primer, and I found the Pore Minimizing Primer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hydrating primer, and I'm going to take about that much. We're going to move that into our hands, and we're going to prime our face. So this feels very cooling. It feels very cooling. Soft to the touch. I was scared when it said water-based that it was going to be very slippery, but not so much. This actually feels very nice. I like it. And next I'm going to take the Pore Minimizing Primer, and I'm just going to take, oh, it's green. It's green. I'm going to take that much, and I'm going to work this mostly in my T-zone. So on my chin, my nose, my forehead, and just this side of my cheeks right here. Ooh, this is cooling as well. I like this. Moving on, I'm going to be using the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. I got 2 shades because I went to Walmart to get these products. I believe you can find Flower Beauty at Walmart and Ulta. And I went to Walmart for mine, and the shade range at my Walmart was not very good. Not saying Flower Beauty in general, but just what my Walmart had in stock was not very good. So I got 2 shades that I think if I mix, I will come up with a good shade. I got the shade Shell 10, which is going to be way too light. And I got Warm Beige, which is going to be a little too yellow. So I'm thinking if I mix them, then I should be good. This says that it's a luminous makeup nude skin feel, which makes me to believe it is not meant to be a full coverage foundation, but hopefully it'll be buildable. It also has sunscreen in it. It has SPF 18. We're going to take this shade Shell, and I'm just going to pump some onto the back of my hand. It's I don't know, it's a thick foundation. And I'm going to take the shade Warm Beige. And I'm going to take that purple Beauty Blender sponge from Flower Beauty. So I can't get over how soft these are. And we're just going to mix those. Okay. And hopefully this shade is okay. We'll see. But we are just going to get started. Okay, not the worst in the world. A little light, but we'll deal with it. So that is about one side of my face. It is definitely a luminous look. It is very luminous, which kind of scares me. Coverage wise, I would say that it is pretty good. It's medium buildable. I always judge it by I can see my mole, so that's good. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my other side of my face. Is what the foundation is looking like. Looking at it in my mirror, it is very dewy. It is very luminous. It's not as smooth as I would like. My skin does not look as good as I would like, which I don't know to blame that on the primer or the foundation. It looks okay. Is it the best I've ever seen? No. But we're just gonna go ahead and move on. I'm gonna be using the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer, which I already used in my very first video. This is one of my go-tos. I love this concealer. This is in the shade L12, which is the lightest. It's fair. And I love the doe foot. It's like a nice long doe foot, which I feel like we don't see a lot. We see thick ones, but we don't see nice long ones. So I'm going to go in with this. My problem with this is I don't think this is the lightest they could go, especially with a foundation color like Shell. But we're just going to use this. I also feel like you don't get a lot of product off the doe foot, because this is me going in one time. And 2, but maybe it's just personal preference. Okay, we're gonna go down the nose, on the forehead, and the chin. All right, we're gonna use that same sponge to blend this out. loving this sponge. I feel like this sponge, like, you blend out things effortlessly. It looks great. As for the concealer, I still stand by my word. This is not the lightest shade you could come up with. I feel like I can still see my dark circles. I still am very cautious at how dewy I look, but hopefully that will change. But it's not the worst. It's not the worst I've seen. So moving on, we're going to go in with the Flower Beauty Miracle Glow Satin Finishing Powder. It comes in a container like this, which I love the container. Opening it, goes like that. And it comes with one of these little sponge. Never use it. Bye. We are just going to dump some out. It looks like that. Go in with my Morphe M536 brush to do my under eyes first. So we're going to do that. Then I'm going to take a big fluffy powder brush to do the rest of my face. Alright, so that is the finishing powder. And I will say I feel like it darkened up my skin a little bit. And it definitely set it matte, which I'm very happy with. I was scared of how dewy I was looking. But I definitely feel like it had a nice matte finish. I will say there's a lot of creasing under my eyes from the time it took me to open the powder to putting it on my face, which wasn't that long at all. So it did crease very fast. It definitely did crease really fast, but we're just going to go ahead and keep moving on. For bronzing, I picked up a couple items. I picked up this Flower Beauty Lift and Sculpt Contouring Palette, which looks like this. Very nice packaging. It looks like it comes with a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight. This bronzer, though, may be a little too dark for me. I may use this to contour later. But I also picked up this Flower Beauty Light Illusion Perfecting Powder, which looks like it's a setting powder, in the shade Soft Sand. This says it's buildable coverage, blurring pigments, and it looks like this. This may be the winner. And what I liked about this is it was kind of like a throwback, where it has this, and then it flips open and it has a mirror. And it comes with like one of these nice, like almost hard styrofoamy sponges. I won't use this though. I used to use this back in the day. Won't use it now. So we're going to go and toss that. But I think I'm going to try this because I think that other one is perfect for contouring, not for bronzing. But I'm going to take this just on a small powder brush and see what we get. Oh yeah. That's a good color. Okay. So we're going to take that on the cheeks too. Is I'm going to go ahead and take that dark shade that was in here, and I'm going to take it with the Flower Beauty contouring brush, and we're just going to dip into that nice and soft. And that does have some fallout on it, and we're just going to contour a little bit, not too much. That's pretty. I like that. Not as dark as I thought. Cute. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose, and I think I'm going to do it with that dark shade, but just a light hand. So I'm going to do that. So now that we did that, it's time for my favorite part, which is going to be baking. And I'm going to go in with that pink sponge from the beginning. And I'm very excited to use this side to see how this works. I'm going to go in with that powder that we set our face with, which I'm kind of nervous about because this is almost like a, I don't know how it looks to you, but it almost comes off like as a pinky color. There we go. It almost looks pinky, but this was the lightest shade they had in setting powder. So we'll just have to see. I'm going to go ahead and dip into this. Okay. And we're just gonna where'd it go? Oh. Okay, not the best. But we're still just gonna, maybe if I just stamp. Should I just stamp? But I shouldn't have to stamp. Okay, we're just gonna try it like that. Okay, we'll just try that. baking, we're going to go ahead and move on to eyebrows. And I found this Flower Beauty eyebrow pencil in the shade Blonde. Looks like it has a spoolie on the end. It's smudge resistant and it has natural results, which I don't know what that means. I guess if you do it right, it's going to look natural, but we're going to see. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to use the little hand mirror right here. This does have a nice little spoolie at the end, which is kind of cute. Gets the job done. Alright. We're going to pop off the front. Okay. It looks just like a little eyebrow pencil. It doesn't come to a point or anything, but it's cute. So we're going to go ahead and see how this works. Applying it right now, it is very smooth. There's one eyebrow done. Overall, the product is nice. It did glide on super soft. Which I can appreciate. It is very buttery. Nothing like bent. It wasn't breaking. And as you go, it does go down to a point. So I do like that. That's kind of like a slanted point. So I'm going to go ahead and do my other brow off camera and I'll be right back. Alright, eyebrows are on. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to pop on some lashes. And then I will be mixing my lashes with the falsies using a Flower Beauty mascara. But just to let you know, Flower Beauty did not have any falsies. So I'm going to be going in with these Ardell Wispies, like that. So I'm going to pop these on and I'll be right back. Alright, lashes are on. I apologize if you can see some of the glue, but we're going to fix that after it dries. It should dry clear. We're going to go in with the Flower Beauty Lash Warrior in Fiercest Black. I am loving this packaging. It's like a nice shiny lid, but a matte bottom, which is cute. Let's see what the wand looks like. Oh, that's interesting. So it has one of these short spiky wands. Now let's just see how this goes when combining lashes. Okay, not bad. Alright, that is not the worst mess. So I feel like when it comes to my lashes, it's more or less just stabbing them, not necessarily blending them nicely. And it's actually making like the falsies like crisscross and go weird ways. So that I'm not really into. Yeah, I just feel like it's stabbing at the eyelashes. Now that we have eyes done, I'm going to go ahead and take my big kabuki brush again and we're just going to dust away this bake. So now all we have left to do is our lips and our highlight. And for lips, I'm going to start off with this Flower Beauty lip liner in the shade Nude. It says it has precise definition and rich pigments. And I'm assuming they call them Petal Pout because that's on the sides. This is a little lighter than the lip I'm going for. Also, the lip's not really going to match my eye look considering it's like a rosy nude. But we're just going to go with it. Alright, so this is the lip liner we're going to be using. And when I open it, okay. So it is darker. Hold on, I don't know if you can see it. It is darker than the packaging. Alright, that's interesting. Alright, but we're going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to line my lips. Alright, so that is the lip liner and I actually really like this color. I was scared it was going to be like this color, like a really nude, which I was not into. But I really like this color and if I could, I would leave it just like this. But I really want to try this out because I thought it was such a cool product. This is the Flower Beauty Mix and Matte Lip Duo. So it has two finishes, infinite looks it says. So it looks like at the top it's a matte high coverage lipstick and on the bottom it's a matching pearlized gloss, which I thought that was really cool. I've never seen a product like this. And this is in the shade Honey Nude. So it looks like that. I just think this is a really cool product. Alright. And you get that much, which looks like a standard lipstick. So we're going to put this over our lip liner. Okay, not as rosy as I thought. It's cute. I like that. I really like that. Okay. Ooh, it does feel... It is very matte. You know those like matte lipsticks where it's like really matte, it's really hard to rub your lips together? That's what I'm feeling. But it comes off very nicely. I really want to try the gloss. Should I try it? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. So you twist it off. There's a little teeny tiny doe foot. That's cute. Alright, the gloss is cute. Nothing like... It's not like a gloss, but it's a nice gloss. It's cute. So last two steps is to do highlighter and setting spray. And going through all the things I bought, I actually just realized I did buy 2 brushes. I thought I didn't. Sorry, Flower Beauty. I had bought the Flower Powder setting brush, so that kind of sucks. And I also bought this Flower Blush Precision brush, which I may actually use for highlight. Ooh, it's nice and soft. So it looks like that. Which, would this look crazy for highlight? I should probably not use it for highlight. I should probably use it for what it's for. Did I even buy a blush? I'm going to go in with the blush this came with. And I'm going to use that with that blush brush by Flower Beauty. That had a lot of fallout. Look at that. That had a lot of fallout. Wow. Okay. But we're going to take some of that. We're just going to... I mean, do you see it? Okay, I see it there. Maybe I'm just weird. For highlight, we have 2 options. We could either go in with the highlighter that comes with that duo, or I found this Flower Beauty Galactic Glow High Holograph Palette, which when I got mine, my packaging broke. So I wish the packaging was a little better. But it looks like it comes with almost that same shade that is in this. Look, let me see. This one and this one. They're about the same. This one may be a little more white. But it looks like it comes with a whitey color, a champagne color, a purple, and almost like a pink. So I think I'm going to use... I think I'm going to go and try the holograph palette. And I'm going to mix the white and this like champagne color. So I'm going to use that with... This is a brush by Wet n Wild. It's the P20. This is my standard highlighting brush. Whoa. That had a lot of fallout. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's surprising. Wow. Ugh. Alright, we're just going to mix the 2. And we're going to see how this goes. Hello. Yeah, it's there. Hello. Alright, I'm going to go in with the highlighter shade that's in this. So we're going to try that. These all have a lot of fallout. Alright, that has a little better payoff. Okay, that's a little better. I'm going to go ahead and take my e.l.f. stippling brush like I usually do and just kind of blend that out. But when I blend it out, it pretty much goes away, right? I feel like it went away. Hello? Alright, I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to blend it. I'm just going to blend it a little bit. Alright, just a tad. Okay, so I'm going to do that on the other side. I'm just going to use this one. These have a lot of fallout, man. Like, look, this is just from me using it on one cheek. Like, Alright. Alright, we're going to use our stippling brush. But then it pretty much goes away. Alright, I'm done. Alright, I'm going to take that same color and just go down my nose a little bit. just like that. And we're gonna dot the nose. And now all that's left to do is do some setting spray, and this is one that I always have in my collection that I really love. It's the Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Long Lasting Setting Spray in the matte finish. I said in my very first video I love this because of the mist. Oh my gosh, so good. I love the mist on this, so we're just gonna spray our face. And that, guys, completes the full face / first impressions of Flower Beauty makeup. I really enjoyed this video. There are some hits and misses I'd like to go through real quick just to discuss. First being this lip combo, this lip liner and this 2-in-1 lipstick were amazing. I will definitely be keeping these in my collection. They are very matte, but with the gloss, it's not too much of a gloss to where it's really sticky and buttery. But this is just nice and smooth. It glides on. I love this. Another one I really enjoyed was this Flower Beauty Light Illusion Perfecting Powder. I think this is perfect for fair skin to bronze with. Another favorite, as usual, is the Flower Beauty Concealer. My only con with this is I think there should be lighter shades in this. Just for me, I really like a nice highlighted under eye, and as much as I love this concealer, I don't think it gets the job done. Products that were okay for me, which means I had fun doing them, would I repurchase them? Maybe, maybe not. Would have to be starting off this eyebrow pencil. I think that as it did glide on well, when I went to brush through my brows to make sure there was no excess product, it did crumble and a lot fell onto my eyes. So that was an okay product for me. Another one being this Inner Prime Ultimate Eye Primer. This definitely felt very silicone-y, and as it did hold on to the eyeshadow doesn't seem like it moved. This just wasn't great feeling for me. I wouldn't choose this over all my other eye primers. The Light Illusion Foundation was an okay product for me. It was very luminous and dewy when applying it, which had me very nervous. It did have me very nervous, but looking at my makeup now, it did set down to a nice matte finish, which I can enjoy. There's just a little tiny touch of illumination on my skin, which is what I like. I don't like too much. The Flower Beauty powder was okay for me. It wasn't the best, especially when it came to baking. I like baking, I like a translucent powder preferably. I like to really be highlighted underneath my contour to kind of elevate my face a little bit, which I feel it didn't do. The Sun Blazing eyeshadow palette, the shades are really, really pretty. Applying these eyeshadows, it did not take a lot of hard work. They were nice and soft. They were very blendable. My only downfall with this was when it came to like the metallic shades and stuff. I'm just really disappointed. I expected this yellow to be like popping off, and it actually makes me very happy. I decided not to do like a full-on cut crease because I would have felt like I was wasting my time, if we're being that honest. There were 3 products that I just did not like. The first one being this Lash Warrior mascara. I don't really enjoy these kind of wands, these kind of like clumpy, small little wands. I just felt like they were stabbing at my lashes and my fake lashes. In fact, on this lash, it did rip off the edge, so right now I have a really wonky lash on my right eye. I just did not enjoy this. Another thing I didn't enjoy was the holographic highlighting palette. These had so much fallout. I feel like there was no payoff. I had to really work with it. I ended up going for this trio, which overall the trio and me were okay. There was just a lot of fallout in this. The colors were pretty. I feel like the blush didn't really pay off that much. So that is honestly going to be probably a no for me. I also forgot to mention these primers. These primers were actually good for me. I was scared of the hydrating primer at first, but it went on very cool. Both of them were cooling, and this one did not slide anything. I like the way my makeup looks, and yeah. So that is it, guys. That is my full face of Flower Beauty Cosmetics. I really hope you enjoyed. If you want to see me do something next, leave a comment down below and let me know. And in the meantime, I will see you later. Bye.